Welcome to another episode of Sports in Discourse with your host, Derek Stevenson. And on today's episode, guys, we're going to take a look at Taylen Kinney. What I'm not going to do, I'm not going to talk too much about Kentucky's defeat at the hands of Georgia in football this weekend. I kind of figured that was going to happen. I didn't think that we were going to actually get destroyed like that. I thought we would be a little bit more competitive. But overall, Kentucky's still not quite ready for teams like Georgia. Georgia's just filled up with, SEC starter level talent at every position. And Kentucky has some at several positions, but they're just not quite full of enough elite athletes yet. But we're getting there. So, I just hope that the guys bounce back and salvage the season. Don't let this one loss ruin the rest of the season for them. Yes, they have tough games left, but, at the end of the day, they've won the games they were supposed to win so far, and hopefully they can finish out strong. We'll see what happens. But like I said, I'm not going to take too much time with that. We're going to take a look at Taylen Kinney. He's a real young cat. He's 2026, 5-star shooting guard. And he's going to be at Blue Madness, which is why I'm actually going to take a look at him. Couldn't find too many videos on him right now. So the one that we're looking at, he's really young. He's in 8th grade in this video. But we can still get a little bit of a sense of what type of game he has. We just got to keep in mind when we're watching that this is a video of him while he's really young. And, we'll have to keep our eye on him and see how he grows and sees how he developed. But before we get into that, though, I want to say if you can see a lot of stuff going on in the background, I'm still trying to develop my studio and get everything set up the way I like it. So I'm going to be playing with some different looks and different things like that. So things that are in the scene right now probably won't end up being in the scene when I finalize the look of my set. Just letting y'all know, though. But anyways, let's go on and get over to it and take a look at Taylen Kinney out of Newport, 2026. We're going to look at his 8th grade tape. And one of the things that I actually like about Taylen, he just got a pretty quick release. He catches the ball. He knows he's pulling the trigger. He don't really hesitate too much. He seems confident, even shooting from deep. He's got a little bit of decent range on him for an 8th grader. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure how tall he is right now. Like I said, he's in 8th grade, so I'm expecting him to grow some, get bigger, get stronger. It's kind of hard, when I'm doing a review of his game, it's kind of difficult to really get a feel for him because he's so young in his video. It's kind of not even fair, really, for me to critique his game because I know he's going to develop and grow so much within the next 4 years or so. So by the time 2026 is here and he actually graduates, he'll probably be a whole different ball player than he is right now. But one thing that I can do, and don't jump out the window when you hear me say this, but I think from right now, I would say he doesn't seem to really be an explosive athlete, which could be because he's just young. He could develop into a really nice athlete, but right now he kind of reminds me a little bit of Devin Booker, the way he plays, because he kind of just seems like he's got like a medium paced game where he's not really trying to go full speed, not trying to beat people off the dribble too much with his athleticism and speed. He kind of just picks his spots really carefully and utilizes his jump shot. He's got a decent little mid-range pull-up, as well as we've seen he can step even, look like he can shoot close to an NBA 3 as of now. But he definitely has good college 3-point range. So that's kind of who he reminds me of, because Devin Booker is kind of like a deceiving athlete. Like, he can play up above the rim, but, that's not really the strength of his game is beating you with his athleticism. Devin Booker kind of just uses a lot of skill level, a lot of spacing, and just high IQ plays, knowing when he could, when he's got the room and when he's got his defender beat so that he can make the move that he wants to make. And I feel like Taylor's got a little bit of that in him as well. But he definitely seems hungry for the ball. I always like guys that want the ball in their hand. I like guys that are, hungry to score. Yes, when he comes to Kentucky, if he does, he'll have to learn how to play, off of other guys that'll be just as talented as he is. And he'll have to learn how to fit himself in, which can be probably the most difficult part for a lot of kids that come to Kentucky. But it usually does pay off for them if they actually embrace it and learn from it. But I like Taylen. I like Taylen Kinney so far. He seems super confident shooting the three. Like I said, he kind of reminds me of Booker. He kind of uses his body and knows when he's got certain angles where he can beat his man off the dribble. If he gets bigger and stronger, even with him not being an explosive athlete, if he just perfects knowing when he's got the spacing and how to use his strength, he should be a pretty solid player. Like I said, with him being so young, it's kind of hard to really give a good critique of his game because I'm not really sure, how much more he's going to develop, how much taller, got to wait and see how he grows as a player and just physically. But right now, I like what I'm seeing. Like I said, Taylen is going to, I'm sorry, I keep messing his name up. Taylen is going to be at Blue Madness along with some other prospects. So we'll have to keep our eye on them and, see what's going on. Obviously, I'm pretty sure y'all know we made Boogie Flan's top 3 list. So I might end up taking some looks at him just because he could potentially be our next point guard. So, we'll cap it up right there. And like I said, I'm still trying to get things worked out, but we're going to figure it out, and then we're going to get back in the swing of things when basketball season starts to pick up. And hopefully, like I said, our Kentucky football Wildcats are going to still have a great season. I hope they don't get down on themselves too much and just keep staying hungry and stay trying to get better and, have a great season, make it to a bowl game, and get us a bowl victory. But anyways, we'll wrap it up right there, and I'll get back at it with y'all next time on Sports and Discourse with Derek Stevenson.